6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has vowed to continue war against terrorism till complete elimination of this menace from the country. Information Minister has emphasized on engaging all stakeholders in society to deal with the challenge of climate change. Election Commission of Pakistan has officially announced 8th February 2024 as poll date for general elections in the country. In Gaza, 9,227 Palestinians have been martyred in Israeli attacks since October 7. All-Party Hurriyat Conference has appealed to international community to take cognizance of Indian state terrorism in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In ICC Cricket World Cup at Lucknow against the Netherlands, Afghanistan are chasing a victory target of 180 runs. And now the news in detail. Caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Kakar has vowed to continue the war against terrorism till the complete elimination of this menace from the country. Strongly condemning the terrorist attack in Dera Ismail Khan, the Prime Minister in a statement said, "We successfully foiled nefarious designs of terrorists due to meritorious services of law enforcing agencies." Anwarul Haq Kakar directed the relevant authorities to provide best medical facilities to the injured and prayed for the high reward of the martyrs and courage for the bereaved families to bear this loss with fortitude. At least 5 persons were martyred while 21 injured in a bomb blast near Tank bus stand in Dera Ismail Khan today. According to rescue sources, the incident occurred when terrorists targeted a police van. The injured have been shifted to District Headquarters Hospital, Dera Ismail Khan. Caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Kakar has said the government is working to provide equal development opportunities to every citizen of the country, including minorities. He was chairing a meeting regarding the appointment of civil officers and special quota in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said the country's constitution and laws give equal rights and development opportunities to minorities and those belonging to backward areas. Anwarul Haq Kakar directed to encourage participation of minorities in competitive examinations and also called for launching awareness campaigns in this regard. Caretaker Minister for Information and Broadcasting Murtaza Solanki has stressed for adopting whole-of-society approach to deal with the challenge of climate change. He was speaking at the inaugural ceremony of Climate Change Desk at Pakistan Television News in Islamabad today. Murtaza Solanki said all stakeholders, including community leaders, ulama, political parties, economic experts, artists, poets, and parents, should be engaged for this purpose. He said along with engaging private media to create public awareness for climate change challenge, human resources of Radio Pakistan should also be utilized to achieve greater results in this regard. Turning to holding of general elections in the country, he said there is no favorite of the caretaker government as people of Pakistan have the right to elect their representatives to run the country's affairs. The Information Minister urged media, including PTV, to provide equal opportunities to all registered political parties of the country in their programs and news. At the launching ceremony of designated Climate Change Desk at PTV News Headquarters Islamabad, the minister was informed that it is first ever dedicated Climate Change Desk in any news channel of Pakistan. In his remarks, Secretary Information and Broadcasting Zahoor Ahmed said climate and disaster reporting is a very specialized field which requires a particular sensitivity. Leader of the House and Senate Ishaq Dar has emphasized the importance of free, fair and transparent elections to take forward the country. Speaking in the Senate today, he said there should be a level playing field for all, stressing that credible elections are important for the country. He said we then should also have the magnanimity to accept the election results with open heart. The House has now been adjourned to meet again on Monday at 4 p.m. Caretaker Minister for Health Dr. Nadeem Jan says the government is taking utmost measures to strengthen health sector in coordination with the provinces. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad today, he said health facilities are being refurbished to reinforce this sector. Minister of State for Tourism Wasi Shah says creating more jobs and promoting culture of entrepreneurship for youth empowerment is among priorities of caretaker government. Talking to a private news channel, he said the interim government is launching various projects to provide a better life to the youth and will use our youth power for the socio-economic development of the country. This is Radio Pakistan. Election Commission of Pakistan has officially announced the date of general elections for the national and 4 provincial assemblies as 8th February next year. A notification of ECP says that in light of the Supreme Court's orders from Constitutional Petitions number 32 and 36 of 2023 and after a subsequent meeting with the President of Pakistan, the notification has been issued to confirm the date. Chairman Pakistan People's Party Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has termed the announcement of the date of general elections as a big achievement for the political parties. Talking to the media persons in Karachi today, he congratulated all the political parties on this development. Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, Masood Khan, says Pakistan has opened new doors for foreign investment in the sectors of IT, energy, agriculture, mining, and defense production. He was addressing a 2-day conference on resilience and reforms in Pakistan in Washington. The ambassador said a special investment facilitation council was established in June this year to act as one window for foreign investors to facilitate speedy approval of projects, fast-track project development, and oversee implementation. The repatriation of illegal foreign nationals, including Afghans, to their homeland continues. According to details, thousands of illegal Afghans are returning to their homeland every day from Chaman and Torkham border. Over 19,300 Afghans left for their home country yesterday. The United Arab Emirates has warned of a real risk of a regional spillover from Israel's war in Gaza and called for relentless efforts to secure a ceasefire. UAE Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Nora Al-Kabi told a policy conference in Abu Dhabi that every effort must be made to protect civilians and immediately put an end to this conflict. The United Nations has launched an emergency aid appeal seeking $1.2 billion to help people in Gaza and West Bank. The Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs in a statement said it is the cost of meeting the needs of 2.7 million people. In Gaza, at least 9,227 Palestinians have been martyred and over 32,000 wounded in Israeli attacks since October 7. This was stated by Palestinian Health Ministry spokesperson Ashraf Al-Qudra while addressing a news conference in Gaza today. He said there are 3,826 children and 2,405 women among those martyred. Indian police, in its massive crackdown, have arrested hundreds of innocent Kashmiris across illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir in the last few days. According to Kashmir Media Service, the massive arrests during house raids were aimed at creating a sense of fear among the Kashmiri people and force them to give up their affiliation with the ongoing freedom movement. On the other hand, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed serious concern over the ongoing arrest spree across the occupied territory. In a statement, it maintained that the Indian brutalities cannot suppress the Kashmiris' resolve for freedom and they will continue their struggle till it reaches its logical conclusion. The APHC appealed to the international community to take cognizance of the Indian state terrorism in the occupied territory. The APHC appealed to the international community to take cognizance of the Indian state terrorism in the occupied territory. The 10th death anniversary of legendary Pakistani folk singer Reshma is being observed today. Reshma was known as the Nightingale of Desert. She was born in Rajasthan in 1947. She was honored with several national awards, including Sitara-e-Imtiaz and Legends of Pakistan. She died on this day in 2013 due to throat cancer. In the ICC World Cup, chasing a victory target of 180 runs against Netherlands in Lucknow, Afghanistan were 61 for 2 in 11.1 overs a short while ago. Earlier, batting first, Netherlands scored 197 runs all out in 46.3 overs. And finally, the weather. Dry weather is expected in most plain areas of the country, while cold in upper parts during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk.